So, is Thorn like well known at all as a musician?
Not really,
Online.
no. She's got like 500 followers on YouTube.
Speaking of followers, hi everybody.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
Welcome to an experience and a hope. I hope. Welcome everybody to a tabletop game that we're going to be running. Us being myself, Wordsy, my good friends, Public Opinion,
Hello.
B Drops,
Hello.
and Action Shakespeare.
That's me.
We have been talking about things like this for a while and adopting my episode 1 mantra of just do it and whatever. We're gonna play some tabletop games for you, people out there. So, without further ado, I think we can get started. Y'all ready?
Hell yeah.
I think
aye,
so.
aye, Captain.
So before we start, I do have a question for everybody here.
If you played.
Have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons before?
What's that?
Well,
Never
Once
heard
in
of
which-
it. I've only played OVA, the anime role-playing game.
oh, that's good because that's what we're playing today. Is
Oh,
OVA.
shit.
And we're going to be playing OVA, the open variable anime role playing game. So, in this game, we get to play as fun characters that are having a blast, and I put them in a like a job. Just the most anime characters work in a regular 9 to 5. So real quick, I before I start going into the world, I kind of wanted to go around and everybody tell us who you're going to be playing today, and we'll meet them in the game. Sound good?
Yeah.
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 So people, you can probably see it on screen, but public opinion, who?
That's me.
Who are you going to be portraying today?
So I'm playing Xellen, the mechanical person. She's got she's had a rough time of it. She's done some bad things in her past, but she's trying to turn it around and, you know, try this new job, meet some people, maybe just have a regular life and leave, all that other junk behind. Will that work? Almost certainly not, but she'll give it a go.
You never know; it could always work. Okay. B Drops, who are you going to be playing?
I am going to be playing Victoria Lark, aka Thorn, which is her stage name. She is a broke ass teenager and also part-time metal idol magical girl trying to become a successful musician, though unfortunately the nature of being a magical girl, no one can tell who you are even if you don't wear a mask.
Isn't that just the way? Don't we all want to be a part-time magical girl? Speaking of magical girls, Shakes, who are you going to be playing
That's
today?
me. I'm the most magical girl there is.
It is true.
But I'm going to be playing a far less magical girl. I am actually Shakespeare, and I'm playing Daisy Bunsen, which is spelled like Bunsen burner, so you might want to fix that.
I did do it bad.
You did. She's not the son of a bun. Well,
oh, man.
no, yeah, she's not. That's just incorrect.
That's just not right.
Daisy Bunsen is our established employee of the company we're about to work for. She is a kind of a middle manager type. She, her specialty is kind of more clerical. She is the brains of the operation. At least by the standards of what we have. So she is also a less than 4-foot rabbit. She's just a little rabbit girl
You know, you can be a rabbit.
trying to make her way in this crazy world.
Well, I'll be playing just about everything else. I'm your DM. My name is Verdsy, and I would like to take you all to a place. One and all, I would like to welcome you to the tale of a small city in the middle of a mountain and hill where stories of precious things reside. Things, objects, memories, they belong to us and have great power. It is unfortunate that these things can be lost, stolen, or worse, forgotten. That is where our story begins, with people who make sure that which is precious remains with us. On the planet of New, you're just as likely to see a dragon as you are a used unicorn salesman, a knight riding his Mustang, as a just as common as a gaggle of kids doing magic graffiti to stick it to the man, and Fortnite dances to stick it to their parents. Tucked away on New, in a small city, in a small business park, lies an Items and Artifacts Reclamation Agency, ASE Reclamations, where people go to find their lost things and be reunited with that which may be precious to them. This sunny afternoon is a big day for ASE Reclamation, as the company is about to hire on 2 new recruits, Victoria Lark and Xellen. But you've heard enough from me. Let's dive into this tale. Okay. So, of the two of you, I need to ask before we really bite into this ham sandwich of a D&D story. Who of Xellen and Victoria, who would come to work first?
Zelen would arrive on time, like exactly. So it's up to B if Thorn would be ahead or behind that time.
Probably behind.
Okay. So Xellen, as you locomote your way to the through the business park, you see men in suits and minotaurs and avian folk kind of strutting around, rushing back to their jobs with their McDonald's and Wubway and Weetza What. And it is not long till you find yourself in front of the doors to ASE Reclamations. The placard on the side of the building is brimming with fresh new coats of paint. It looks impeccable to the eye, and just through the clear door, you can make out a small waiting room and a desk where there is a boy sitting.
I knock on the door.
The boy notices you and very quickly hops off of his stool and waddles over and opens the door for you. Hello, welcome to ASE Reclamations. My name is, his name is Alex, and he is going to be your secretary today. How can I assist you? He seems to point back to the office where you see nothing.
I was told to come for the interview, the final interview for the reclamation job.
Oh, yes. Yes, ma'am. You come right over here. I'll put you, my buzzer will put you down. Sorry, he's asleep right now. We just take a seat right here. Once the other person arrives, we'll get you guys both in at the same time.
All right. Xellen kind of tucks her skateboard under the chair, sets down her backpack with a very heavy metallic clank.
What's in?
Metal.
Spoons? Okay.
Heavier than that.
Oh, shoot. The young boy, makes his way back around the counter, where he awaits as as you both kind of awkwardly in the buzzing light of the fluorescent tubes above, kind of just permeates the whole room. It's a little awkward, just a little bit. Thorn or Victoria, how much longer
Okay.
after Xellen do you arrive?
Were we scheduled to arrive at the same time?
Yes, you were asked to both come around the same time, like 2-ish.
Probably about 10 minutes late.
Okay, so after 10-ish minutes, you find yourself in front of the same building. The boy notices you, runs over to the door, assuming you're the other new recruit, and opens the door. Hello, welcome to ASC Reclamations. My name is his name is Alex, and he will be your secretary today. How can I assist you?
Hey, wait, what? Who?
Oh, the teenager sleeping behind the counter. He's the secretary.
Oh, cool, thanks. She walks over and knocks on the desk.
What?
Hey, I'm here for the job interview.
I am also here for the job interview.
Right, yeah, okay. He like fumbles around and knocks a bunch of things off of the desk before slapping a button, and you hear a buzz, and the door nearby the office opens up, unlocking for you. And it's from down the hall.
Awesome, thanks.
Yeah, sure. You two have a wonderful day. Good job on the interview.
Thank you. You too.
I work here already. No, I don't. He works here already. All right. So as the two of you enter into the back of the building, you're met with a fairly long hallway that is brick and mortar. Windows on side rooms reveal a break room, what appears to be some sort of like lounge where there is a Xbox setup and a PlayStation Live. You don't even know how they got that. That seems to be like special issue for ASC. Down the hall, you can see like an open warehouse where the sounds of work are happening. You don't see anybody else in the hallway besides yourselves, though.
I didn't miss it. I know I'm a little late, but I mean, you're here, so must still be doing something, huh?
Yeah, the child said down the hall and a direction. Hold on. Did they say left?
He leans his head out of the office because you're still nearby. Yep, just take a left. It's fine. You'll see it. It's a big open area.
The big open area. Yes. Hello. I'm Xellen.
As you enter this large open area, you can see racks upon racks upon racks of items and boxes stored in alphabetical order, and what appears to be maybe magical order, as some of the racks are glowing. You are approached by the storeroom manager. Daisy. Is Daisy eating? Oh no.
Daisy's too busy cramming food.
She's on her lunch break. I didn't think my cue would be so instant.
It's pretty instant.
Alright, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Rabbits have to eat their body volume and food every day.
It's true. I've seen it.
Keep doing it.
Can't stop.
So they're approached by Daisy.
Mhm.
Yeah, Daisy approaches, kind of just like carrying 3 boxes of something. It's a little bit of a mess of a box, but it's kind of clear that she is on a mission to make it a little bit of a less of a mess.
Daisy, you would recognize these two from the maybe week or so of like paperwork that had to be done. The two new hires that are going to be speaking with Teresa today. As they kind of enter into the warehouse proper, you approach them to direct them to where they need to go, and before you can finish, a scream is heard. Just a my arm, it is no longer functioning.
Oh, what? Daisy is just completely thrown off.
Holy shit! What was that?
She was barely able to start squeaking out a was it Grotus? You okay?
Xellen, Thorn, Victoria. Sorry, I'm gonna have to get used to that. I gotta know when they switch. You can see deeper in the warehouse. There appears to be a 9-foot tall Minotaur man who his whole arm seems to be just kind of banged up and mangled. Yeah, it's not great looking. Next to him, some sort of shadow creature wearing an ASC uniform with the hat and everything is kind of tending to him, kind of scratching her head.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. She like sets her boxes down, like rushes over to her. Oh, man, that looks really bad.
Oh, oh no, how am I gonna get the work for this day done? There's so much left to do.
I don't think you can do it like that.
The shadow creature Maple, she speaks up. Daisy, do you think like he's gonna have to go home?
Oh man, I really think you should.
Oh
I don't
man,
know if yeah, you can't really do anything, especially back here. It's dangerous.
that's rough because he was supposed to train like the new recruits.
Oh no, they just got here too.
Oh hey guys, this isn't normal.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No. Normally our arms aren't mangled. Usually.
I thought I wasn't gonna get hired because I was late, but it's kind of a mess.
No.
My arms are very
really-
strong.
That's really good.
That guy gonna be okay?
Yeah, we'll get him. We'll get him taken care of. We can probably just get him to a hospital or something. I guess I should probably show you guys to Teresa's office.
Maple kind of like nods and she begins to like ineffectually lift Grotus because he's enormous.
Do you need help lifting?
Nah, it'll be fine. I'll make.
In general.
In to snipe this guy's job.
I'm just gonna make a fulcrum or something. I'm sure I'll figure it out.
Right. I'll show you guys. Oh man, she looks at her stack.
Hey, Grotus, what's a fulcrum? He screams.
Okay, I will just I guess I'll get back to that later. Just kind of shifts it over so it's not in a walkway.
It's taped off. You know where to put it.
Yeah. You gotta put it in the designated zones. Right. Right this way. I'll change it to Teresa so we can finish the interview or start it. I'm Daisy, by the way, Daisy Bunsen.
I'm Xellen. Hello.
I'm Victoria. Nice to meet you.
Daisy holds her hand out to shake.
Xellen shakes her hand.
Crunch.
No, she shakes a hand exactly like she's seen hands shaken.
How
Wow.
how are hands shaken?
What a very precise handshake.
No one's ever seen it be this perfect.
Offers it to Thorn.
Victoria. I don't know what it's called. You know that thing where it's more like a high five, but you grab each other's hand? She does that instead.
I only know this as the ghetto five. And I'm picturing the pull
If that's what
in
it's called,
with
yes.
with the back clap.
Oh, yeah.
Why did
How
I
are you?
did that in real life, huh?
So do you just yank Daisy into the air when you do it?
Sure.
The spice.
Or does Thorn get real, or Victoria get real low?
I imagine pulling her up is way funnier, so.
You're very enthusiastic. That's
Um,
good. That's good. It's good to have good energy for a new job. Let's go. I'll take you to Teresa now.
So as the three of you make your way to Teresa's office, you spy a wooden door. Behind it, you can smell the cigarettes that have been put out like minutes ago. And the door, as it opens, a little bit of smoke still exits, and you see silhouetted against the sunlight, as if she has been practicing this. The owner of AC Reclamations, Teresa Harper. She turns away from the light dramatically and faces you, now rim-lit by the window because she's closed everything, all the others.
She does this every time.
Oh, cool scene!
Miss Harbor, the new prospective employees are here. Gross had a little accident.
I am
I
aware,
think we need to
Daisy.
take him. Oh, okay. Then we need to take him to the hospital. I think his arm looked pretty bad.
Accommodations have already been made.
Okay.
You two sit down.
All right. Well, I'll just get
Daisy?
back to work then.
Daisy, I'm gonna need you
Huh?
to stay for this one.
Okay.
You two, could you please have a seat?
Sure.
Xellen sits down in the closest chair.
Teresa looks over the two of you with quite a bit of flair. She like struts and actively flips her coat, which is draped upon her shoulders as a cape. As she walks around the two of you, her very piercing gray eyes kind of scanning you, like someone who appraises a fine piece of art or a jewel. After about 2 straight minutes of this, she returns to the front of you. Have each of you watched the requisite training videos?
Yes.
Both the perfect responses. Good. Do you believe you are ready to help people recover that which makes them whole?
Yeah, sure.
You don't sound too sure of yourself, Miss Lark. Are you really sure? You need to have it deep within your heart that you want to find these things for people who have lost them and reunite them.
I'll find the hell out of those things.
I will find the items. If that is what it will take to make them whole, that's their concern.
Very good. You are both hired. I only have one more piece of advice for you. when you go out there to do your job, remember, you do not simply represent ASC, you represent all that is order in our world.
Daisy's like mouthing.
We aim to help people because we aim to be one with people so that they can be one with themselves. We do not deal only in the service of finding items and artifacts and magical doodads. No, we find memories. We find togetherness. And I think both of you exemplify exactly what I'm talking about as she looks over to you two. Is any of this doing anything for you?
Xellen is pondering what it means to be whole.
Oh, Xellen. Just corporate talk, Xellen.
Victoria's mostly happy that she got the job, which means fits.
I'm sure our secretary Alex has given you your paperwork for your free lodging if you wish to partake, or your benefits package. I would read over that carefully as it will be integral to your stay here. You should be comfortable when you are servicing people. That is my belief. Do you have any questions for me?
How soon can I tell off my landlord?
What is their number?
To not make up a fake number, I'll just say she gives it to her.
Yeah.
1-900.
She immediately pulls out her phone, dials the number, and holds it to her face, kind of posing at you. When you hear a muffled voice on the line, she goes, "Excuse me. You can take your landlordship and stuff it directly where it does not shine. Now never speak of this again. We are clear." And she hangs up.
Oh, hell yeah!
Daisy, because Grotus is unable to perform his duties due to being out of the office, you will be temporarily placed in his position and be tasked with training these two for their day-to-day activities.
It clearly takes a second for those to register. Wait. What?
Yes. You've seen all the videos. You know the training manual back and forth. You know all of our research or tools, what we do here. I know you can do this.
I don't.
Now, I do have some other things to attend to, and she pulls a suitcase out from under her desk.
But I'm not.
Then she opens the window and hops onto the seal. Now, I will be back in about 3 days' time. At that time, a letter will arrive ahead of me. Read it, and we shall continue your work. Godspeed to you all.
Hold on.
And
Miss
Teresa
Harper.
hops out of the window.
Oh, no. Daisy like chases her, but it definitely does not get there in time.
No.
I just
Holy shit! Never thought I'd actually meet a boss I actually liked.
yeah. She's unique.
In the distance, you can hear, "What ho! I will take this day and grab it by the horns. You there, sir! Here's $20. Enjoy a meal."
She's really unique.
So Daisy,
Just not looking at anything in particular.
When this does sink in, you would know that they need to go through basic training for reclamation, which would take place in the warehouse.
Okay, well, I will need to take you to the warehouse, and we will go over training. I need to maybe just follow me.
Can do.
As three of you make your way to the warehouse, mhm.
I did want to make
Okay.
halfway to the warehouse. I just need to take care of something really, really quick. And Daisy immediately veers into the bathroom.
Mhm.
Emotions, huh?
Was that directed at Victoria, or are we both just like standing outside the bathroom listening?
You were standing outside the bathroom.
But also directed generally to Victoria.
Hey, supervisor, you ate something bad for breakfast? You doing okay in there?
I'm fine.
Okay, I'm fine. Right. Warehouse. Let's go.
On
Yes.
on your way to the warehouse, you can see the young boy from earlier, Timony. He is entering your office in the warehouse, Daisy, and moving Alex's stuff into there.
What?
Oh, Daisy, sorry. Mr. Issa told Alex to move his stuff in there because he's going to be taking over the managerial duties in the warehouse. Because he can somehow do both the front desk and the warehouse. He can't do both. I'm going to be doing the front desk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing the front desk.
I do it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, Timmy.
Oh, thanks.
You didn't. It's not you. It's not you.
You can hear the sound
You-
of him dragging Alex as he turns away from the conversation.
When he regains consciousness, can you get someone to get those boxes out of the way? I guess just kind of get them in the corner of the office. I was going to figure out how to categorize them, but I am not doing that anymore.
Yes, ma'am. I'll make sure it gets done. You basically have everything figured out to a science, so as long as I don't mess anything up.
Thank you. I'll do my best to get back to this when I can.
Yes, ma'am.
He puts the boxes on top of Alex and again begins dragging him towards the office.
Alright.
Can I take a moment to assault Alex again?
Sure.
Wait.
Victoria leans down and just sort of knocks on his head.
What?
Hey,
What? Who are you?
Hey, good morning. Wait, did you forget?
No.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I need that stuff to get my house.
Oh yeah. Timony, get the paper.
Oh, just okay.
Timony runs back to the front desk and runs back to you with a booklet inside of which is the paperwork all signed and ready to go. You just present it to the housing manager there, and they'll yep, house is yours.
Oh, thanks, little man.
Are they actually like houses or are they like apartments?
They are very, very large apartments. They are essentially houses.
Hmm.
Let me turn up shakes a little bit.
I'm pretty sure, thinking about it, I don't think Xellen lives on campus. I think she's somewhere else.
Sure. You guys don't have to stay nearby. It's just an option if you wanna. All right.
It's a hell of an option, honestly.
Yeah. Teresa takes care of her employees.
I wish. Fucking wish.
So as you reach the warehouse proper, Daisy, you know how to start all the training materials. So you flick a couple switches here and there, hit a button or two, and out of a little slot pops a little yellow robot with caution signs painted all over him. Greetings, my name is Trainer, and I'm going to help you figure out your first day here at ASE Reclamation. Isn't it gonna be fun together, friends?
Daisy's behind the robot shaking her head.
All right.
wow,
Trainer is
robot.
he's a little enthusiastic, so be very careful. He's gonna teach you some really good things, so
Yeah. You can refer to me as TRNR or Trainer. Now entering Training, Module 1. Okay, so it's your first day on the job. We all go through it. Laugh cycle ended. So, your first day on the job, you're going to be learning about what you do as part of the ASE Reclamation team. You are a reclaimer. You will be taking items that are lost, stolen, or otherwise forgotten, and you are going to find them, and we are going to, as a company, help them be returned to the proper place with the help of our support staff, such as Daisy Bunsen, Alex
me.
Brass. End of list. So, do we have any questions before you begin? Excellent. So, now, your first task is going to be gathering your tools of the trade, your containment glove, and your city badge. These are both things you will need to manage and handle the dangerous magical energies you might come into contact with out there. Any questions? Excellent. So, on the other side of this warehouse lies a box. The box contains 3 containment gloves and 3 city badges. Any questions? Excellent.
I like to imagine if anybody does actually pipe up with a question, he goes, "Please reserve all questions for after the demonstration."
Every time he asks that, Zone starts to raise her hand and then puts it down as he keeps going.
Now then, you are prepared for training module 1. Please turn me over for training module 2.
Okay, here we go.
Clunk.
It's like visible effort.
Do you need help
Daisy-
lifting?
I'm good. I'm good. This is my
Are you-
responsibility.
Okay. So once Daisy actually does flip over TRNR, the wheel underneath him pops out and he goes, "Now entering training module 2. Begin training." There is a calm, a silence. As
I need to grab your materials.
as he said, on the other side of this warehouse is what would be your materials for training. You just need to go over and grab the box. It's as simple as that.
There's... Okay, this warehouse is full of boxes. Which one has the materials?
There's a box that is painted with blue and yellow paint. You can see it from where you are standing now.
A little table over there.
Mhm.
Okay.
Do any of you move to go get the box?
Zelen begins walking to go grab it.
Okay. An extendo like rod extends out from TRNR and it trips you, or attempts to trip you. Sorry. You should roll defense. 5.
You're gonna.
Yeah. A 6, perfect. Okay, so you like the robot like tries to trip you as you begin to move towards the box, and you deftly avoid it.
I barely avoid it.
The last second, and trainer then goes, "Ah, yes. It seems that you have avoided the first obstacle. Good job, potential employee."
Are you going to keep doing that
Yes.
to try and prevent us?
Yes.
Huh.
Daisy is progressive.
Zell looks at Daisy.
The box.
What is permitted in this exercise?
Permitted?
I am nigh indestructible. Please bring it on.
Well, he said it.
You will
All right.
never touch that box. Not while I'm around.
All right, Zellen reels up, takes her left arm, kind of clenches her hand, opens it, and extends it towards Trainer, and then uses magnetic force to wallop him as far as possible.
Okay.
Daisy ducks.
That's a solid 12.
That's a pretty good number that you rolled there. Trainer is not a 12. Trainer, like you just throw him backwards into like a bunch of racks and stuff, and he crashes, and his boxes begin to fall down, becoming heavily disorganized. As the crashing stops, you hear a voice all around you. Did you think that was enough to stop me?
Yes.
Foolish. You will need to pass me to get to your training materials. We should roll some initiative, y'all.
Oh no.
So your initiative is so for anybody watching, since we're playing OVA, initiative is a little different. It's just 2d6 plus any relevant modifiers they have on their sheets. So
Well,
it's just 2d6.
It's not plus modifiers in the traditional sense.
It adds additional d6s. Yes, I apologize.
This might be a good time to have an aside on the dice mechanics for the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
And also me a little bit.
Do you want me to?
I should be able to handle it.
All right.
So, OVA is a pretty unique game, which I'm glad Pio showed it to me when he did. This game works off of d6s. Most of your rolls are going to be 2d6, and then they will be modified with additional d6s if you have benefit or maybe negatively modified if you have benefits or negatives working against you. For example, Xellen only rolls 2d6 for her initiative because she doesn't have anything else that would benefit her initiative. She has no abilities or anything that increase that. But if she was quick or something, then Xellen would get an additional d6 to roll there and possibly get a better initiative. It's a pretty simple system.
Yeah. The way the result you get is like dice are added together.
Okay.
So on my attack, that's why it was 12, because I had 2 6s. The defense, the highest die was just a 6, so I beat it by 6,
Things can be
which is
over
a
very quick.
a pretty hard success.
Wait, actually, that's a crit, wouldn't it? Huh. Good job.
Did kind of crit the robot, but he is indestructible, and you cannot destroy him.
You cannot destroy me.
I was gonna for my initiative. I have 2 in evasive. Would that count? Do you think that would
No.
count?
Evasive would
No.
not. Yeah, you don't have anything on your sheet currently that would add to your initiative.
Joke.
But you did pretty good. Everybody
We all-
did great.
Numb of the beast.
Jeez.
I think we all got 6.
Yeah. I didn't. I didn't twice.
Wow, look at those scrubs.
So, as you guys prepare yourselves to make for that box, from the like collapsed boxes, you can see multiple points of movement as swarms of trainers begin to exit the box pile. Since everybody got 6, who wants to go first?
Oh yeah, how do we decide ties in initiative?
Normally,
I'll take the case
it'd be who has
Alright.
the irrelevant ability modifier, but nobody does. so-
because at the moment my only move is to get on top of a table.
All right, so
I hate it when he turns into a bunch of them. I don't like this at all.
training is rough for Daisy. So Daisy, you've seen this a million times before. In fact, because you have prior knowledge, I will say your rolls get an additional d6 in the situation because of your experience. But
Right.
the box is again across the warehouse now, and the trainers are beginning to spread out and fan out and gum up the works. What do you do?
Well, I mean, I'm a manager. I don't know if I'm supposed to help you guys, but you've really kind of cranked him up into maybe a little overtly difficult mode. So, you might wanna slow his progress. She's mostly just giving tips at the moment because she does not want to actually get in the thick of it, sitting on her table.
Fair enough. We can treat this as a help roll. So
Yeah, she's gonna help.
yeah, helping works similar to most other systems, but whoever's going to be rolling the dice, Daisy will also roll dice, and her dice gets added to your pool.
It's the help roll. That's the. I mean,
That's
sure.
how I understood it. Yeah.
Well, they make a specific check, and depending on their result, you get a certain number of bonus dice.
Yes. I guess I explained that poorly. My bad. So
Well, let's.
yeah, they're right now. Trainers starting to fill the floor to just slow you down, and Daisy is offering advice on how to get through.
She's given tactical advice, so I'll roll smart.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have crazy stats, so we're still rolling 2 dice for a lot of these.
That's fine.
But do you have any points in it?
Oh, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
smart.
It's 2 dice is the default.
Yeah, you get 2 more.
Yes.
Let me roll 2 more. Oops. That's not roll.
That is just 2d6 written out.
That is just the word. 2d6. Either way, it's a 6, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a 6 no matter what. So, double checking.
Somewhere in here. For
Yeah.
how many- I think. Where is that? It's not on the cheat sheet. Shoot.
Oh no.
I was looking at this earlier. Oh no. We were immediately found out for being charlatans.
Set by game mechanics.
Oh boy.
Okay, I think it's the opposite of the hampering. So
You get to choose
Huh.
good results, or I don't know.
Teaming up there.
Perhaps-
Sorry. No, I found
Oh.
it.
Oh nope.
Yeah.
like I have a backup roll.
You would only roll one die and then add that dice to the thing. So you can take, instead of the 3 and the 6, you can just take the 6 and somebody
Oh,
else.
is that
Yeah, that's
okay?
It's how team
I
works.
was thinking of the wrong thing. Sorry
Not
about
at
that.
all.
Oh, it
I
just
was
adds to the
heavily
pool.
looking for
Okay.
it. Yeah. Oh boy. Hey,
So
listen.
you have a 6 now.
I read this book a lot. I'm still looking through the rules.
That's every book.
Yeah. If anybody wants
Yeah.
to act next, they can take that 6 and use it to get through.
I was thinking of, I could try. I was initially thinking I might do a support move for Xellen to push through next, if that would work better.
It's up to you. Do cool things. That's all I want.
I mean, yeah, I think you have the same objective, right?
Yeah.
Of course, it's just, me out of character. I'm considering that I am an entirely ranged character.
That's fine.
The robots are at range. Talk
Pull
about
him out of the water.
I hope I should.
that is not in
this-
character. Zelen doesn't swear.
Xellen has never said a swear in her life.
It's against the rules.
Okay. Let's start off strong. Victoria's going to swing the guitar from her back to her front, and she's going to use one of her attacks. Let's see if this works. Click. Power chord crusher at the, I guess the initial main trainer bot.
Okay. So the main bot, kind of like you see the pile where the copies are coming out, and trainer bot just kind of it does not expect an attack coming at that, so it is unprepared. Oops. And fails to defend itself against you.
If the 6 got added, that is an 8-point difference.
So that's 16 damage to our friend here. So trainer, just kind of you hear a very audible. Do you think that will be enough to stop me in my onslaught? I will take over this entire warehouse. Nothing will stop me from feeling the space.
Can it talk while it's stunned? Perish.
The process of which it is sending out many of itself is slowed, though. A path opens up for you, Xellen.
All right. Xellen is going to draw her skateboard. And
What?
it's going to skate on through to grab the box.
Did she always have that?
Go, go, go!
She had it when she came in.
That's probably
Make
not
it-
allowed. Oh, you know what? Never mind. Go.
All right.
Give me every
I've
advantage you can
Got 1 point of agile, got 1 point of knowledge skateboarding.
Okay.
Roll 4 dice. Try and stop me.
Oh,
It's another
God,
12.
Such a
Eat it.
Trainer attempts to reach up to grab you with his many arms, but you just fucking do 6 tricks off of this robot.
oh my god. He's sick as tricks.
And just as you are about to reach the box,
Suspense.
oh, you guys can't hear this right now, but Team Rocket's playing. The glass glass shatters.
Oh, Stone Cold.
A young man dressed in fine clothing, golden cape down his back, rolls through the window, followed by a woman wielding a katana. He is flanked on either side by 3 goons. As he lands in the warehouse in front of you, Xellen, he stands in front of you and holds out a hand. He Hello, peons of ass reclamation. My name is Rene Ravel, and I am the poster boy. of quick find it fast, or found and finders. You must be the new recruits.
I'm
Yeah, we're in
Xellen.
the middle of training.
I see you there, rabbit person. I understand your training, but your training will matter not. You see, our reclamation facility is greater than yours, as evidenced by the rabble that you hire day to day.
I mean, they seem pretty capable. I think they do all right.
Oh shit, you just crashed through the window and you started picking a fight while we're busy doing something?
Why are you here?
I have come to proclaim that you should simply close your doors. ASC. There is no need for you to be open when I, Renee, am out there proclaiming to the world and finding the things that they desire. Why do you even operate?
Okay. Daisy pulls out her phone.
As you do this, Daisy, you notice it is a split second, but terror fills your heart in every sense of the word.
You mean Ronald?
No,
My heart?
Yes, your heart. The person that Ronald landed with, the woman wielding katana, she stares at you, and you can feel your phone lose power.
What? Hey.
It would appear that your device is of no use to my magnificence. What say
You have a
you?
lot of free time for someone with such a successful business. Bragging about all the work you're doing.
I am getting a landline and I'm reporting you.
you can report all you wish, young bunny. It's fine. It is fine. But you see, I have come to offer your new recruits a better job, a better situation, working for Faust and Found. How does that sound?
Wait a second. You crashed through the window and then you insult us and then you say you want us to work for you? What?
Of course! Who would not want to work for Renee Revo? 87, will you show them the pamphlet? Appearing behind you in an instant, the woman wielding a katana hands you both manila folders. Inside of the manila folders are smaller packages that contain like $100, a little booklet on Faust and Found, and a picture of Renee, a headshot, if you will. You can keep that free of charge.
The packets cost money?
No, the headshots cost money. You can keep the packet.
You said there was like $100 in there?
Of course.
Victoria's gonna slip that in her pocket and then she's gonna toss the rest back at him.
Xellen is going to very conspicuously and obviously slip the $100 in her pocket and then hand the pamphlet back and say, "We're in the middle of trying to do something. You're being a big distraction."
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck off.
Wait, Renee is no distraction.
Oh.
I see. You desire a demonstration of our abilities.
No,
Not really.
we really don't.
87, draw your blade of thunder.
Oh, not the blade of thunder.
Oops.
4!
12.
That's a lot of dice!
Yeah,
Whoa.
87's pretty strong.
Stop it.
Okay. Oh no! Two of the henchmen that Renee landed with just kind of like look at each other and think, fuck this. We're not. No. Not. This is stupid. I'm sorry. We're so sorry. We're so sorry.
I thought we were gonna do like a real delivery or something today. Like, this is just stupid.
Oh my god. I
Does
wonder.
this happen a lot?
I don't like. He gave us weapons or whatever, and I don't know how to use this. I don't have a sword at home. I don't. Dude, I am a IT guy. I do not know what he was expecting.
Please, sign out at the front desk, and also maybe sign in.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'm sorry. We're just be out of your hair. The remaining henchman, just kind of like squares up, like, yeah, do this. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah,
One guy.
and yeah, kick their asses.
He's got the spirit.
Yeah, get the guitar one. You're going down. The rope. You're going down. The bunny.
You want to go?
I definitely. You want to go?
You want to go?
I really don't want to go.
You're going
You wanna
down,
go?
bunny.
Go, Daisy. Come on.
We're already here. We don't need to go anywhere.
Show us how it's done, Daisy. Come on.
Well, no. What? No.
I need to name this henchman later.
His name is Enthusiastic Henchman.
We'll need to name him so we can go on his gravestone.
So I will give you before we start, I will give you guys the option to refoot. So if you don't like your initiative, you can re-roll it right now, if you want to. But you have to keep the new result if you want to. If not, you keep your 6.
6 is about as good as you're gonna get on 2 dice.
It is true.
It's-
Yeah.
Go crazy. I'll re-roll mine just for yucks.
Yeah, go nuts.
This is about as good.
6. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna break this up, and Renee is
I'm
gonna
as
be
ready as I'll ever be.
going first. So Renee, no, he's not. 87 is gonna go first. I didn't even look at my own numbers. So Renee steps forward and like begins to like his out of the back of him his shirt is billowing somehow. There's no wind. 87 draws her blade and then points it at you, Xellen.
Means
She does not say a word, but she does use her move. What is it called? Raging Blade Lost in the Mist, never to be found again.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. She got a 10.
Yeah, I guess I'll try and just do a regular defense.
Mhm.
Yeah, not bad.
That's pretty good, actually. She only beat you by 2. So that is only going to deal... not that much, actually. 8 damage. So she flicks the blade with her finger, and then when she actually, you see her pull it out in one motion, and in an instant she is behind you, and you can feel the attack, she has hit you with the back of the blade several times as she appears in the rear of the 3 of you, and sheaths her blade once more before turning around. That would leave it to one of you guys. Who wants to go next? Because everybody still has the same initiative.
All right, I got to retaliate.
Sure.
All right. Okay. What's your name? 87? You're agitating me, 87. We're trying to do something here. We're just doing some training. You can just leave. Or this can happen. Xellen reaches into her backpack and draws forth the handle of a sword, which she kind of holds it in her left hand, and it begins to accumulate metal. Some from the backpack, others just bits lying around. Some trainers that were too slow to run away. And she forges the really big sword.
My physical form. Oh no. Yeah, the really big sword, huh?
The really big sword.
All right. What you gonna do with that?
kind of hit her with one of these named attacks.
Yeah.
You get Devastation's Breath.
Ooh, give me that devastation's breath. Yeah.
It's so stanky.
All right, this is area effect 10, so if Renee and the henchmen are standing nearby, I can also attack them.
Yeah, sure they are. It's a warehouse. Everybody's kind of close.
All right. So let's say 87 hench Renee.
Okay, so a 5, a 6, and a 6.
5, 6, 6.
Okay, so we'll do 87.
Oh, they because this is an area effect, they take a -1 to defend against it, just because it's
Oh.
huge.
Okay, she did roll a 6. And they get -1, so this becomes this. And this becomes this. Wow! Okay, Renee gets hit. Renee gets hit by quite a bit. By 4.
Yeah, the damage multiplier is 7.
Oh,
It is armor piercing, so it ignores a layer of armor.
Oh no.
And after doing this, Xellen is stunned.
Huh.
So you just kind of like you're not even aiming for Renee.
Yeah.
You're going to attack 87, who deflects the blow. And Renee goes, "Haha! A sneak attack is in order."
Yeah, she just has this giant sword, raises it above her head, and slams it into the ground, where it explodes in a cloud of shrapnel and concrete, scattering, sword bits and metal chunks and rubble everywhere.
So many trainers.
Yeah, the trainers are just all. Oh no! I've been spread all over the area, like my initial goal, success. For anybody wondering, these abilities that they're using, they call something called endurance. It is how you power your abilities. It represents your character's, grit and, ability to get through an encounter or something like that. It usually doesn't take a lot to do an ability like this, but Xellen just a huge ass attack. So that was pretty cool. So yeah,
Thing that drains you.
Renee took more than half of his health as you just blasted the whole area.
Oh, he took more than half of his health. That means he suffers a complication.
Oh yeah, he does. Shit, that's not good. Renee, you gotta get out of there, bud. Oh boy.
Chunker.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh boy.
I mean, he could also be stunned if we don't want to worry too much about stuff. Lose his next action.
I think that would make sense for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. As he just gets battered with stuff falling on him, and you hear him go, "Oh, 87, retrieve me!" The henchman's gonna go. Henchman. What's the henchman gonna do? The henchman is going to. It is I, not the henchman is going to pull out what appears to be just a stick, and charge at you, Daisy. As he just kind of like, "Yeah, buddy, you're going down." With a 6.
So, evasive definitely is going to
Yes. So your defensive
apply to
roll
this one.
is 4
Would I
defense.
also apply lucky?
No, Lucky gives you 2 dice that you can apply to anything at the beginning of an adventure. Like, you can use them right now if you'd like, but you're rolling 46 versus 36. You currently have the advantage.
Yeah, and I forgot lucky had a specific function. Anyways.
You have 2
Yeah,
lucky
40.
dice. They're like drama dice, which you can get by spinning endurance.
That's still no.
That's a 5.
That's a
You-
5.
Yeah, he beat you by 1.
Ow.
Dealing 5 damage to you.
Jesus.
Yeah, he really hits hard. As you hit the wrong end of a stick.
Oof.
And he hits you like in the side and goes, "Yeah, take that, bunny! You're never getting out of here! I'm the strongest guy in the world!"
Ow.
That's gonna be his turn. Does that-
Oh.
Hmm?
Mr. Strongest Man in the world.
Mhm.
What's your name, by the way?
My name is Glide.
Glide?
Glide with a G. I love to fucking fly.
Glide. Glide.
Yeah.
Like the Mega Man guy.
Yeah. I go skydiving every weekend.
Oh,
I spend all my
last name, Mr.
paychecks on it.
Glide?
What? My last name? My name is Glide. Higher.
Okay. Daisy looks over past everybody. Trainer? Additional new hire protocols, Renee Robble, 87, and Glide higher.
Okay. Yes. Initiating new training protocol. Hello, new prospective employee. Renee Robble, 87, and Glide higher. Welcome to training. Already on side 2. Begin training module 2. The trainers begin to re-replicate again. This time charging at 87, Renee, and Glide. We will say that they will take a minus on all of their dice rolls going forward as they are beset by trainers.
Good. Daisy is now going to book it to what I can only assume for dramatic purposes is past all of the enemies is the nearest landline phone.
Correct. There is a landline phone in the warehouse that is mandatory to have.
Yeah. So she's going to just she's gonna hop along all the trainers.
I will need you to
Because this
roll
is how
for
she got
this.
past her her training exercise.
This one I will need you to roll for because this seems
Yeah.
difficult.
I wanted to. I guess it's still evasive.
Mhm.
It's because she's just her whole goal is to just get past everyone.
Go to the not where the fighting is.
Yeah. Anything else I can apply to that? I guess cute, but or not cute. Lucky would be the one I could add, but
you could take a lucky dice if you want to try and ensure this happens.
I'll throw a lucky on this one.
Okay.
So that's gonna be 5d6. That's an 8.
That is an 8. Okay. This is not a very difficult maneuver for you. You know the warehouse. You know the trainers. You hop along as a bunny would, and find yourself in front of not a payphone, a landline.
I hope not.
You got 2 quarters.
Oh no! Oh no! I knew I should have gone to the bank.
All right. So this is where
100 CALLATT.
So this is where
Down the
Renee
middle.
would go. But Renee just kind of goes, 87, I'm still under the boxes. That's so heavy for my arms. Victoria. What you got? The trainers are attacking your enemies, any of your rivals. 87 is fending them off deftly, but the henchmen and Renee are not having as good a luck.
I'm gonna run towards that blue and yellow box at the end of the room.
All right. Okay. So this will be a check. Anything you think you can add to juke jive and dip your way to the other end over there?
Crud. I don't really want to transform just for this single maneuver.
You got other
Uh,
abilities.
She says out loud.
I want to fucking transform for this single maneuver. What the fuck?
Not worth it. Not yet. Big finale, gotta hold on to it. The only thing I can think that might apply is perceptive, maybe? Otherwise, nothing, I don't think.
Dexterous would work.
Oh, dexterous would work? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that only applied to things you did with your hands.
Nah, I would say because unless you're trying to not touch anything, I would imagine you're kind of parkouring over the area.
Okay.
So you could do dexterous and perceptive if you'd like to avoid things and stuff.
Yeah.
Look for beneficial things to do. That's a pretty
15.
good
15,
roll.
baby.
Yeah. So you get to booking, and like the trainer, it's as if a Rube Goldberg machine just had happened, and you were the end result. As you run, things are like out of your way at the perfect moment. Your hands and feet are moving in synchronicity with your environment. 87 is like too busy with trainers to stop you, though she wishes to. Renee like pops out of the trainer bots, and you step on his face.
Oh, slow motion.
And you land in front of the box. Do you open it?
Yes.
Okay. Inside of this box is 3 badges. One with your face on it, one with Xellen's face on it, and one with Daisy's face on it. This must have been from the paperwork that was completed earlier. There is a fingerless glove, each with your name on the underside, and it seems to be ruminating with a powerful magic.
Ooh. Is Daisy still like reasonably within view?
She's within view. She's just across the floor at the phone.
Okay. Victoria's first going to quickly put on her own glove and badge, and then she is going to throw the respective pairs to the respective owners.
Okay. Xellen, Daisy, your gloves and badge both land in your hand. Daisy, you've received a field agent badge, which is nice. Everybody can put their gloves on as a free action, and as you do,
it's the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual glove, like
a little
with
bit
the slots for the 4-star.
just without it doesn't have the slots. It just has it's a fingerless glove, and when you put it on, your hand like glows brightly for a moment, and Daisy, you know what this is. This is a magical containment glove. It allows a normal person to shape and control dangerous magical energies, or artifacts, or even electricity for non-magical things. And this is very important for the training, because Trainer is one such artifact. You can actually not stop Trainer until you touch him with the glove and, calm him down. He's currently helping you at the moment, but if Daisy, you do know that when you touch Trainer, he ends the training and empties the room. But you need to touch the original Trainer.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. But before we get to your thinking, Daisy, 87 does a spinning slash, moving the trainers away from her, and she looks towards Renee and sighs. And she's going to use a different move. That move is Kaze Satsu Jinsha. She is going to.
Gesundheit.
She's going to pull her katana out entirely, and like in an arc, an after image of it appears around her, and she holds it ahead of her, and then when she begins to turn the blade sideways, the after images begin to attack everything. So this is going to be against everybody, including the trainers. Ooh boy.
All right, so the downside to the really big sword is it has slow 2 on it, which means I have -2 dice when defending.
Oh no!
Combine that with my 0 base dice means I roll 46 and take the lowest.
Oh, that's not
Oh.
good. So
Oh, no.
87. This is going to be. Let's do you three first. So, Thorn, Xellen, Daisy. I'm very sorry.
Well, I can't. No matter how I roll, I can't beat that.
All right, so that hits me by 9.
Yeah.
Still beats me by 2.
Yeah.
I don't have any defensive things.
No, not really. No, yeah.
Uh.
So that beats you by 12.
A lot.
Oh, that's 7. Okay, so
Much.
so 87 hits everybody that so what 7 and but you by 9 PO?
Yep.
Oh no. Okay, so PO, you take 38 damage.
All right. So that knocks out all my HP. I forget. Does it overflow?
It goes to
The-
endurance. It goes to endurance, yeah.
Yeah, but does the overflow go to endurance right away?
Yes. Any overflow.
Okay.
Yeah. Any overflow hits endurance.
All right. And one thing for your bookkeeping, Xellen has 2 endurance pools.
Okay.
I've just been using the regular one or the reserve one. So she has 0 HP and 34 endurance right now.
Okay.
When you're out of all of either HP or when you're 0 HP or 0 endurance, you take a -1 to all rolls, but you're not down yet.
Thorn. 7 times this number. Oof. Thorn, take a healthy 22.
For a moment, I was scared you were going to say,
No.
like, well, you're dead, making her character.
No, you're not dead.
Time to die.
Rip.
Daisy got a 6. Versus an 8. 2. Okay. So, Daisy,
Mhm.
you got a flight. Let's take a 12.
Okay. Ow! She was like admiring her glove and just like bam! Sidelined by air blasts.
Alright, 22. Can do math. Alright, cool. So, as this attack hits, Renee is freed from all the trainers, but he is also badly banged up from all the just abuse he's just taken. And he proclaims loudly, 87! These ruffians are fools! We must away! But lest they mar my fantastic attire. A7 once again sighs and sheaps her blade, and turns to all of you and bows, and then runs over and grabs Renee.
I'm guessing she does not grab Glide.
She, well, no, Glide, like, gets up on his own and is like, "This isn't over! You haven't seen the last of Glide! Higher!"
I was assuming she was going to do an anime jump while grabbing him and just leave Glide.
No, he like clambers on top of boxes and stuff to get out, but yeah, the 87 is gone. Ghost rating. So, as the warehouse lies in disarray, the trainers are kind of all on their sides or just moving in circles. The three of you have gained your gloves and stuff.
Okay, so you guys need to find your you need to find the original trainer and touch it with your glove, and it'll deactivate the training process, and you'll be done. I gotta make a quick phone call. Daisy
Oh.
proceeds to she's calling the other company and reporting them.
That is super fair. Daisy, you get a line through, and you hear a very stern voice on the other side. "Hello, this is MMT. Sorry, this is MMT switching board. My name is Rose. How can I assist you?"
Hi, I'm Daisy Bunsen with ASE, and we just needed to file a report about a couple of your employees, Renee Rovel, 87, and Enthusiast. No, wait, no, sorry, Glide Hire. If you can patch me through to someone, I just need to file a report. They were on our premises, and I don't think they were authorized to do so.
"The complaint has been filed. Thank you, ma'am. Have a wonderful day." And you hear a click on the other side of the line.
Yeah, that's about as well as I thought it would go. Actually, can I? Sorry, rewind a little.
Mhm.
Can I roll connected?
Ooh, yes. What are you looking to do here?
Oh, just like to ask for maybe the right people to get this herd a little more guaranteed.
Okay. Do you I'm sorry, you did introduce yourself as Daisy Bunsen, right?
Yes.
Before she clicks, you hear her like kind of audibly sigh. "Miss Bunsen, your work in the field of managerial duties is well known around the city.
I'm not really that famous.
I keep MMT keeps documents on everybody that works in the city. Out of respect for your position, I will at least grant you a number to call back at." She gives you a phone number to not the switching board, but to an office that somebody will actually hear your complaint.
Oh, thank you. I just wanna make sure you guys know, like, nothing against you. I just wanna make sure you guys know what your employees are up to.
Understood, ma'am. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Then the phone clicks. Xellen, Victoria, the warehouse is a mess.
Is there, based on the previous inflicted damage, is there any way for us to visibly discern which trainer bot is the original, or is it sort of just lost in the mess?
Where he never actually moved from like where he crashed initially, so it's just like him and a bunch of trainers all around him who are just kind of in the middle of training each other on how to train each other.
Oh no, a feedback loop.
Oh no.
but it's actually feedback. They're giving each other detailed critiques.
Listen, you could do a little better on section 3 of module 4. Good feedback, friend.
I could try to take a note out of Daisy's book and attempt to copy her trainer hopping technique.
I'm down for it.
So flattered.
Hop on, trainers.
Would either dexterous or perceptive be good for this role, or do I just...
Dexterous works.
Okay.
Perceptive, like you were focusing on everything around you at that time. That's pretty good. So you know, you hop on the trainers and they go, "Good job! Jump with your legs." You know, as you make your way to the original one, who looks up and says, "Ah, I have seen you've acquired the glove from the other side of the warehouse. Good job on your training. This module will end soon. If you have any questions, please direct them to the warehouse manager, Daisy Alex Brass."
Victoria takes a gloved palm and bashes the trainer bot down into the ground.
Like the volleyball anime now.
Yeah.
Before you do, all you need to do is simply touch the as you do this, the artifact that is known as the multiple man machine, it begins to slurp back into itself, and then it clatters to its side as all the trainers disappear, and a deactivated trainer is now beneath you.
Holy shit, we did it! Thorn picks it up and throws it towards Xellen.
Xellen's still stunned.
Just clunk. Just clanks against Xellen's head.
She absolutely no-sells it.
Yeah, like audible metallic thunk.
Oh crap, I'm sorry.
Please,
I thought
please
you
don't
might have
throw-
to touch it too. I don't know how this works.
It's okay. The training's over. You know, please don't throw trainer. I mean, he can take it, but like, I just, you know.
I am indestructible.
Don't get touchy about. It's okay.
Hey, so
She just like shoves him like into a corner.
oh,
Like covers him with a crate. He'll stop doing that. Eventually.
so are we getting some sort of bonus, or is that a normal part of your training program?
It's, well, I mean, you guys got a little bit extra. She smiles wearily.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not gonna complain about $100.
We've been having a few issues with our rival company. Some of their employees are a little gung ho. I do need to make another call at some point. Because yeah, this was a little serious. It's yeah. I don't
How dare
like, broke
they?
our window.
Ah, good morning, Xellen. How you doing?
If I see them again, I will not take this lightly. If I see them again, I will fight them. I
Hell
will
yeah, that's
destroy
the
them.
spirit.
Wait.
I'm
can't
playing by the rules. I will not abide this disrespect to my efforts.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, Xellen, get him.
We don't need to instigate.
This grudge has been engraved on my bones.
Oh,
Yeah.
your bones? Hold on, wait. mean, they're jerks, but they kind of just bluster a bunch and they leave. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna
She
be
hit me
okay.
with a sword very hard, and I
did
will return the
You-
favor.
You also
You did hit them
did.
with a sword very hard. To be
It
fair.
was very
Not
quick.
as
I
hard as
don't
I'm
know-
going to.
Oh.
Side thought. Wait, do you even have any bones?
What?
Oh, but you can't just ask someone that.
I'm a person. I have bones.
That's really rude.
Why wouldn't you think I had bones?
She
Yeah.
taps on Zellen's forehead.
Tink tink.
I don't get what you're implying.
Well, don't worry about it.
Good, because I won't.
It is about this time that Maple and Grotus like stroll around the corner. Grotus has his arm bandaged up, and Maple like slips into his shadow and then in front of him. Hey guys, Alex bought lunch for everybody, so if you want some, there's like snacks.
Oh,
Let's
sweet.
take a break.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
I think we did really good for first day of training. So let's take a little time. We can eat and maybe we can get to know each other or something. I don't know. I guess we're a team now, so we should probably give some like proper introductions
All right.
or something. I'm
And
gonna make that phone call now.
all right. So, real quick, we are going to take a short break. Did anybody want to stick around and chat while, or just I was gonna grab some water and everything before we continued?
Go grab some water and then hang out.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. So we will be back shortly. I'm gonna mute my microphone, but our cast here will be back after they've gotten refreshments and everything. So if you want to stick around, we should be back in about 5-ish minutes. Cool. All right, everybody. See you soon. Hi everybody. We're not back from break just yet. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Stupid Dice for the follow. Thank you. Agent Rush 191 for the follow. And I wanted to thank both High Teacup and Top Dog Anime for the raids, even though they were ghost raids. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Oh, and also thank you, Hummel, for gifting Shakes a sub. I appreciate it. We'll definitely wanted to say thank you all for showing up. Also, how's everybody doing? You enjoying the show? I don't know if anybody has known me.
You better be.
Oh God. I don't know if anybody had heard me up until we started, but I was real nervous about us doing this, and I'm glad I'm having so much fun. I thought I was going to be miserable, but I am not.
Well,
You set your bar low.
I'm glad you're having a good time, Wordsy.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna be miserable because I thought when I open my mouth, what's gonna come out is, "Get ready for a bad story." But that's not what happened.
That's next session.
Oh
We have
man.
to start strong and then lose our budget.
Oh
Like a
no.
real anime.
I can't wait till we get past the manga and have to make it up.
Oh boy. I definitely want to ask you three. Are you guys having fun? That is very
Yeah.
important.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Having a great time. I am also, I mean, everyone here knows it, but I'll say explicitly for chat, I've never done anything with this system before, and I know it explicitly says it's really RP heavy at the beginning, but I'm still adjusting to that, but it's really, really fun.
I really love how the system to me is literally like, here are some general ideas, then Calvin Ball, go. Like,
Kinda, yeah.
I really enjoy it. We have
It's
a
like GM just gotta tell you when to roll some dice occasionally.
basically. I also
You're
wanted.
used to 4E.
I also really so. I guess I'm gonna kind of use this time to table talk while we're doing not a lot. So
Yeah.
I wanted, or like this first session, I definitely wanted to introduce Renee. I because we had an anime, I've loved Team Rocket since I was little, so I needed you guys to have a Team Rocket. So Renee Revo is might be a guy who comes back a couple times. I like playing him, so same with 87 and all them. Also, I didn't expect Glide Higher to appear, but that's how NPCs get made in my games.
I felt bad for making you come up with a name, but I needed one for what I planned to do.
No, I totally understand. Speaking of
Shocked
names,
that it worked. Shocked that he gave me his name. But hey, that's bumbling henchman.
speaking of names, hey everybody in the chat. If we're probably going to be doing this every other week. So if you want to, I would be super excited if you tweeted about the show with the hashtag Tales of Harper. Tell people you might want to tell about it. And I'm keeping track of the hashtag. And if you do, I'm gonna need more names that aren't Glide Higher. So
Oh man, see that would have been wow.
So if you don't want me to come up with terrible names again, then I would be super stoked if you tweeted about the show. That way I can make NPCs out of your names if you want to be part of the show.
I need to know all the names of the Higher family.
Oh no! There's Go Higher, Glide Higher,
Soar Higher.
Soar. Yeah, the
Junpei Higher.
You can throw me as many names as you want in your tweets if you'd like. If you don't,
Shoot Higher.
if you just want to promo the show, I will use like your Twitter handle or something to come up with a name. But for now, we're gonna dive back into session a little bit, and then we're gonna wrap up shortly. All right. We can go.
Okay.
Higher.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So After the warehouse is cleaned up and you guys have had some lunch, Daisy, Timony walks out, like with his brother draped over his back.
So Alex is asleep right now, but
Yeah.
Miss Daisy, your paperwork is all completed for the van and for the field stuff that you guys will need to have sent off. Which I already took care of that part. But here are the keys. And he throws Daisy some keys to a company van.
Okay, thank you. Oh boy, yeah, we're gonna have to take that out, huh?
Okay, I'm only gonna do this once.
Do any of
Sorry.
do either of you know how to drive?
Perhaps.
I don't know, but I'm
No.
excited to try.
So 2 no's. Okay.
I know how to operate a motor vehicle.
I don't think I am authorized to teach you how to drive, so you're gonna have to go through the right channels for that. Looks like, okay. Looks like I'm driving when we go out. All right, I'll be keeping these.
Oh.
Timony begins walking back to the Alex's new office with his brother and goes,
I'm a very strong boy.
You're doing great, Timmy.
You all.
Lift with your legs.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
You all receive a phone call at the same time.
Huh?
Hello, new
What's your ringtone?
associates. Oh, what? Yeah, what is everybody's ringtone? I'm curious.
Victoria's is one of her own songs, probably.
Oh,
She's
power
one of
move.
those people.
We all have one of Victoria's songs.
Xellen's probably just the default.
It's a Nokia.
It's kind of cute.
You do notice that everybody in the building has gotten the same phone call. And Daisy, you know that this is Teresa, and she has rigged up several phones in like a U shape around her head.
Oh.
You can picture it. Nobody else can see this. Hello, associates, new and old. It is I, Teresa Harbor. I have scaled the highest building in the city of Harbor, and I am looking down upon the business park now. I am proud to know that my newest recruits have already succeeded in their training tenfold.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Now, fortunately for you, your first job is not until tomorrow. It would appear that our Oracle has found an item in need of finding, but it will not reveal its true location until the day after. So, the rest of the afternoon is yours to do with as you please. Maybe get to know your coworkers. Maybe enjoy a little bit of Wooby Woos days, if you know what I mean.
A little what?
I really don't.
Out of character, I'm going to change the name of every major chain to just W.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean it's what it sounded like, but
so
What
what
happens to
Daisy also
Walmart?
says.
well, Walmart.
With the Eric thing.
Walmart.
Well,
What-
given the transformation that gives us McDonald's, wouldn't it become Malwart?
You're right. Never mind.
What about Wendy's?
Mindy's.
Yeah.
Mendy's.
We just gotta flip them.
You just flip them. If it doesn't have a W,
Wofsky from Mendy's.
if it doesn't have a W, you put a W there. And if it does have a W, you just take it and make it an M. Cool.
Can't wait to listen to this new
Love it.
single by the Sax Pascals.
You mean the Wax Pascals? The Wex Pascals. So, Teresa goes on to say, I look forward to working with every single one of you. If you have not seen the Oracle, I'm sorry. You should go to the basement and lay your eyes on it. It is a sight to behold, and it is our own. ASC is lucky to have people like you working for it. We're a small company, but we are a good one. Do
Sorry, I'm too.
I know.
Man,
It's fine.
this is a men.
I know. I was looking too.
I'm sorry to have distracted you.
Um.
Wow. Wow. Is this a Bendy?
Wow.
Oh
Wow.
Wouldn't it be Mao? Mao.
Wow.
Mom.
Wow. This is a
Mom.
Mendy?
Mom.
So,
All right.
Teresa says, "I have unlocked the path to the basement for you now." As she says this, a blinding light appears out of a wall as a panel slides down, revealing a staircase. You only have 30 minutes before it seals up again. Make haste.
We better hurry. This is actually a pretty rare
Have a nice
occasion.
day.
Goodbye.
Have you seen the Oracle,
Yes.
Daisy?
Once. It's pretty interesting. It's actually one of the in my opinion, it's one of the neater parts about this company and working here. There's a lot of history to this organization and the city itself. It's almost a government institution, so it's really tied in. And this is kind of like one of the best examples of, like a tangible demonstration of that history.
Okay.
And it's also only open for 30 minutes, so we better hurry.
Let me grab you guys real quick so I can take you to a map that you guys can see.
I love to look at things.
Oh boy, I bet you do. So, you guys find yourself walking down the staircase for about 2 minutes. Doesn't take long. When you do, you reach the bottom floor and it's just a stone area. Daisy, you know that Teresa has to speak a word. You know she's waiting for the perfect dramatic moment. So as like the final person's foot hits the floor, it's as if she is watching you somehow.
The cameras.
The floor begins to fade away as an illusion, maybe a hologram. You're unsure, and it reveals a pink tree in a pool of water.
So yeah, we're probably not on. We're probably like around here.
Yeah, somewhere around there. The pink tree in the pool of water just seems to, petals fall from it and land in the water. As they do, you guys can make out objects, things just in different places. You can't really tell all the details, but it seems this pool is showing you, things that are probably lost.
Perfect.
Does anybody get closer to the pool?
Yes.
Okay. Thor.
Careful.
Victoria, as you approach the pool, you see much more clearly now something that is lost.
No. What is it?
It is a picture of you.
Huh?
Somebody is holding it in their hands. You can't make out exactly who it is. It just appears to be a hand outstretched and it has an image of you. You look a little younger in the picture.
What the I thought this only showed things that were lost. I'm right here, aren't I?
Huh. Does anybody else get closer?
Zellen's gotta take a look.
Okay, Xellen, as you step closer to the pool, your vision is much clearer in the water. You can see the large building that sits in the center of town that dominates the skyline. This is MMT. And walking into this building, you see a familiar-looking individual who might have different colored highlights to you, let's say. They are stepping into the front doors of the building, and their normal tie almost gets caught, but they slip it through.
Xellen's hands curl into fists, and she kind of just stands absolutely perfectly still.
Daisy?
Are you okay?
I'm fine. She relaxes a little bit and takes 2 steps back.
I meant to say, it's good to see it for yourself, but like, it's a little weird sometimes being able to see that much, cause I don't think it's not just random. So, if you're not expecting that, it can show you some stuff. And that can be a little surprising. But if you're okay, it shouldn't do any like crazy harm. I don't think.
I think it
You-
might be
you
a little
look a little-
confused.
Well,
If
Maybe.
that's lost, it can stay lost.
hmm.
Why do I feel like Zellen's
Well-
shoulders are always tense?
They are. They're rigid.
I'm fine. Just wanted you to know.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. Daisy looks towards the water, but just turns back.
That works. So, unless you guys have more things to do personally down here, as you are leaving, Daisy, the water behind you reflects and shows a family. Lost is a very complicated word.
Sure is. Thank you, narrative, for at least letting the audience get hit with that.
Slap him with it. So, as the three of you exit the Oracle, you exit just in time for the door to begin closing, as if timed perfectly by your boss.
Gee, yeah, I wonder who did this.
And
She doesn't even use the PA system. I think I helped install that in her office.
she repurposed it for something.
She has like 50 phones. And they all just like spread out like she's reading a giant book.
It is necessary, Miss Bunsen.
Oh God. Forgot to hang up.
You can hear through like Alex's phone. Yes. Yes, Miss Bunsen, you did. And then you hear whooshing. I'll be back at the office in a day or so. Before you hear clicking on all the phones that were still active.
Wow, how'd she
Alright.
hang up all those phones at the same time?
She's very fast.
You said that pained. Oh, she's so fast.
It.
All right.
Anyways, the afternoon's ours, I guess. Good job training, everybody.
Thank you.
I there's probably some paperwork for me to do, but I don't know. I guess. Did you guys need to go anywhere, or did you want to see anything else? I could probably introduce you to some more people.
Tell me,
if you wanna learn.
tell me about yourself. We're going to
Huh?
be a team.
Oh,
We're going to be working as a team.
well, I don't really know how much there's to say about me. I work. Well, I've been working here for gosh, how many? How many? Oh man, at least, I think 3 years. I lost track. But I've been just working on the back end. It's been a long time since I've passed my my field tests, and I mostly just ran. But that's the work. I'm sorry. I guess I like plants. I like to garden. There's a
Does-
lot. Yeah.
Does gardening make you happy?
Yeah, I think so. Plants are really nice. Especially magical plants. There's a lot here, and they kind of require a little more specialization, and that's probably kind of how I ended up back here a lot of the time, because there's not a lot of people who have proper knowledge on the flora and liquids like potions and concoctions and other things, and just it's fun. I like learning about it, and honestly, plants are a lot more, I guess, sensitive, no, receptive than you think. It's not like owning a dog or anything, but I think they listen a little. Kind of like trails off.
What I love about these three is that I don't think they would meet normally.
Absolutely not.
I don't think so. Not a chance.
And that's why Zellen's here, because she would never meet anyone normally.
Yeah,
Oh.
I would be in a box.
Hey Zellen, where do you live? This box!
Victoria,
Yeah.
do you have a guitar? I listen to music sometimes. I find it
Historically.
soothing to know that other people also have emotions. It makes you feel less alone. What is your music like?
Oh, you want to hear my music, huh? I'll help you feel something. She
Oh,
whips her
okay.
guitar in front of her,
Oh, right here.
and she cranks her amp to max volume.
On amp two. Oh,
Oh yeah!
should I?
And she blasts it.
Sick. You can-
Daisy is upended. She was sitting in a little chair and just like
Aw.
just backwards.
You can hear Grotus in the back going, "Hell yeah!
What is this fucking music?
Dope!"
How do you feel now?
That's good.
Daisy's legs are up and then they fall down.
I could really, you can, it communicates a lot.
I love them all so much, damn it.
God damn it.
Well, you have delivered praise, so she's not going to stop.
It's very powerful.
The impromptu concert in the middle of the building is a welcome addition to this kind of weird work day. Maple, Grotus, and Timony kind of sit nearby and listen and kind of clap while Victoria's fucking thrashing. So there is nothing left for you to do at ASC today. You are free to return to your dwellings if you'd like to, and then we'll probably call it after that. I guess one last thing, since we got to know each other a little bit. Is there any place that you guys want to go? You're in the city. I sent you guys kind of a list of areas I think you might like. Any place you guys want to visit, you know, while you have the rest of the day.
To remind myself that list.
Not a problem.
She does have this $100, but I think I'm going to save it for now.
That's fine. I asked how magic items work in the system, and it's interesting. You'll be able to purchase them with your paychecks.
Ordinarily I would say yes, but Victoria has to realize at some point that she should probably pick up her stuff from her apartment, lest her landlord throw it out or burn it after she had to yell about.
That is fair.
Alright, found the list.
Mm-hmm.
If Victoria needs help moving, Xellen has strong arms.
I have powerful.
Not going to turn help down.
Yes.
She's got nothing else to do.
Well, you two have fun.
What are you going to do, Daisy?
Well, well, I think I was gonna go to, over. Do you know Germans?
Grr.
Like from
German?
Germany?
Sorry, sorry, Germans. Forgot to
No.
It's a botanical store. But also, I guess it's a dual business. So they do run a side operation of like technological stuff. It's just in the same building, but I think they're trying to sort of keep it separate, but also totally not. Anyways, I only really use half of it. But you know, I like to check it out from time to time. You know, sometimes they have you know, weird exotic cuttings.
Yeah.
That's how I like to do. That's what I'm
Would
gonna
you
do.
say gardening brings you joy?
Well, yeah. It is. It's fun, and you know, like I said, kind of like a personal thing.
Okay.
Someone's responses to everything. Very good.
Yeah.
My responses are perfectly normal.
They certainly are.
You're very curious, and that's nice. I'm not used to people asking me about anything that isn't, you know, knowledge. And even that, some people don't even ask.
Do they?
I'm really worried about the warehouse.
I'm sorry. I'll make sure everything's up in order, ma'am.
Timmy, you
Understood,
do
like,
so
half of
much. You do so much, Timmy.
The
One
child
day-
must be very skilled to do so many tasks.
I don't know how he. You know, no, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna finish that.
One day I hope to get a job
He's
here.
fair.
cutting him off in universe is really good. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay. Well, anyways, we have more of an afternoon off than normal today, so I think I'll indulge a little. See if there's anything nice. I don't know. Maybe I will go to Wooby Wednesdays.
Hell yeah, treat yourself, girl.
I don't know.
Yes, you should enjoy.
Well, if you guys I don't know, if you see me there, feel free to say hi. I don't know where you live or moving things, but I don't know. I don't really meet people outside as much, so I know I'm your manager or something, but don't be afraid to say hi.
I'm not afraid of you.
Oh god.
Oh fuck.
Okay. Daisy just shuffles away.
Okay. So I think we'll do 2 final scenes and call it for the night. Sound good, everybody?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
So over at Gurman's Botanicals and Mechanicals, a little spot on the west end, the Tortuga yokai, Gurman, he opens the door wide as he knows his favorite customer, Daisy, is arriving. Hello there, Daisy!
Hi, Carmen.
Are you doing good this afternoon?
Yeah, kinda. It's been a weird day.
Oh, you're telling me. These kids with
Oh?
their holographic spade paint. Oh, man.
Oh, are they giving you trouble again?
Oh, you know it. They keep getting this crap from MMT and using it for nefarious deeds.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, we're having a little bit of issues with them too.
Oh,
I had to
boy.
file a report and everything.
That's unfortunate. Well,
They interrupted training.
oh, that's no good. Listen, I maybe have something that might brighten your day.
Oh?
Oh, God, pinching my throat like this.
Oh, you're doing that manually? Holy shit, dude. Just gonna drag myself right out of character. Damn. I thought you turned on voice mod.
No, I'm doing this manually.
Good lord.
I do most of my
Don't
voice.
hurt yourself.
I'm fine. I do most of my voice work manually.
Our professionals.
So,
Man.
Gurman, I can let go of my throat for the normal talking.
Please do.
Gurman, he shuffles out to the back slowly, Daisy, and you've been here before. He takes a little bit, and he eventually comes back with a small wooden box. All around it is golden rope and what appeared to be kind of shiny material on the bottom of the box. He slides open several panels. It's a puzzle box, you see. And after a moment or two, the top kind of slides open. It doesn't come directly off. And inside is a plush interior. There are 5 seeds inside. Each of the seeds has a unique look to it. One is, it seems to contain within it fire itself. There is one that is made of water, maybe. One of the seeds appears to be entirely made of steel, but is still very much a living thing. The last.
Oh yeah, actually keep going. Sorry.
The last two seeds are the same, but
you cannot perceive them easily. When you look directly at them, you feel as if what you're doing is incorrect, and you want to look away.
I'm gonna roll my knowledge.
Okay.
Not really great for how many dice I roll. But
Yeah.
it's just, you know, being a plant nerd.
Yeah, no,
if
for
this,
sure.
if this is immediately familiar, or
So everything but the last two are, you would recognize these as elemental seeds. You cannot get these, like, anywhere.
what?
Except the only people who can get them is large corporations like MMT or, like, research laboratories. So you have to have, like, high-level clearance and stuff to get them. Gurman, I've had one of these sitting in the back for a couple of months now. Got the other 4 in today. Figured you might want first crack at 'em, Daisy.
What? I mean, this is really serious stuff. I mean, like, you could get in trouble.
Oh, you worry too much. This old turtle isn't gonna get in trouble.
I think I worry a reasonable amount. Don't really worry too much.
Daisy, it's fine. Listen, one of them is just a regular old steel seed. You can use it to make some pretty cool potions.
I mean, I do want to see it.
I'll tell you what. Grab it today. I'll put it on the tab for later.
Oh, are you sure? I mean, I can
Oh, it's fine.
at least put a down payment.
Oh no, Daisy. I know you're good for it.
If you're, that doesn't feel right, but well, okay. Thanks, Gurman.
Not a problem, Daisy. You have a nice day now.
You too. I just saw this name. Is it Celia?
Salia and Namdi.
Yeah. Tell Salia and Namdi I said hi.
You
I
hear
think I'm gonna.
you hear an explosion from the back as smoke kind of drifts from the other side of the store, and it says, "Bye, Bunsen." The smoke says that to you.
Oh, okay. Bye. Be careful in there.
The tiefling girl and her half demon friend wave and grin at you while they're tinkering on some device.
I feel like you might want to like environmentally seal.
I keep
that
telling
at some
them
point.
to, and they just don't listen.
Well, it'll probably be all right.
All right, I'm gonna get
Take care,
back to
Garmin.
tending. You too, Daisy. Where did I leave those clippers? Got Bond's eyes to snip. So Daisy, that is where we leave off as you head home with your steel seed. Pretty
She's
unique.
not going to Wooby Wednesdays now.
Can't go to Wooby Wednesdays. Not with steel seed. That's rare.
Gotta get home.
Okay.
Put this puppy in the ground.
Victoria, Xellen. You were going to Victoria's old apartment to grab her stuff before moving into the new place. Victoria, when you guys get there, you see like the landlord is outside, like tapping their foot. I don't know what your big idea was, Miss Lark, but we don't stand for that kind of talk. Not around here.
I mean, I guess the big idea was I'm moving out, but also technically, I didn't say any of that. But I guess it doesn't really matter because I'm here to get my shit anyway.
Fine. Okay. The door is already open. He apparently let himself in. So, grab what you need to grab, and I will check the apartment afterwards, and I will bill you for anything that appears to be out of order.
Wait, did you go in there? You better stay out of my stuff.
I didn't touch anything you own, Miss Lark.
Good. Well, come on in, Xellen.
Okay.
Victoria, can you roll perceptive for me?
Yeah, Oof.
3. Okay. You see the landlord kind of very conspicuously move their hand, but you're not sure why. They just kind of keep their hands at their sides and then walk away. All right. Inside, it's an apartment. What do we see, Victoria?
It's a mess. There's clothes everywhere. It's difficult to discern what's clean and what's not. There is all sorts of instant and takeout foods, cartons and containers just everywhere. There's also a bunch of there's a dedicated pile of signs and posters for various causes and protests and stuff just shoved in the corner.
Wait, real quick. I know Xellen has a skateboard. Do you have a car?
Does Victoria have a car?
Yeah.
No.
How are you moving this all?
She did not think about it.
Okay.
Listen, Xellen said she's good at carrying things, and Victoria really took that to heart.
Fair enough. Okay, well, Xellen, in front of you appears to be a tornado, but it's disguised as an apartment.
Which things are you taking with you?
Probably about all of it. Oh, I guess you can leave that wrapper there. Oh, and there's a soda can or something over there. I don't know.
You have boxes.
I might have one somewhere. Let me go check.
A lot of boxes at the warehouse.
That's true.
Damn, maybe we should have brought some with us. Oh well. I got some garbage bags.
That should function. Carry things.
Awesome.
Oh, man. So you just shove all your stuff in the garbage bags?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Everything
with
except the
probably-
garbage.
It seems Xellen is careful to avoid the garbage, and Victoria probably is not.
Yeah, whatever. This looks good. I like this
Just
one.
throw it in.
I get some use out of that one. I don't know.
Yeah, I might put that on something later. I don't know.
Okay. So let me grab your apartment map, because I want to show you where you're going to be staying.
So, Victoria.
Yeah?
Do you feel joy?
Like right now or in general?
When do you feel joy?
I mean, I guess I feel joy a lot of times. I mean, I feel joy when I play some music, but I can't say all of it's happy. I feel good when I see good things happen. I feel good when I see people get passionate about stuff. How about you?
I'm not sure. I feel It's hard. I think I felt joy once.
Oh yeah? What happened?
I realized that I existed, but I didn't yet realize that I was trapped.
Victoria scrambles around for a minute, looking frantic, until she finds a small scrap of paper. That's some good stuff.
Before I saw the walls, I thought there were no limits.
Oh shit.
I thought I could do
This is a
anything.
gold mine.
Yo, they're about to be best friends. Xellen goes home. I poured my soul out, and my friend listened to me. Look at me, dope ass songs about to make. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, that's about as much as. I mean, Sellen's answered the question. She's gonna stop talking.
Okay. And now I'm done.
End statement.
It's good. I like it.
Okay.
So, you like recognizing your individualism. You're looking for some sort of fulfillment, some sort of that feeling of being like a person.
Yes, I want. In order to improve my life, I've adopted a policy that I believe that I'm going to act as if it is true. I say that I am me and not a broken version of somebody else. And if I'm going to improve my life, I'm going to become a better me, and I don't need to become her.
Victoria sort of, like, in her excitement, throws a few punches in the air. Yes, that's good, that's good!
Thank you. I thought I was very. When I came up with that, I thought it might work.
That's great. We're all walking our own path, and, you know, the only thing that's always going to be certain in life is you.
You hear a voice from outside. The path you need to be walking in life is out.
We're working on it. Hey, we're kind of having a moment here. Like, do you mind? Get the fuck out.
I'm sorry?
Listen, I have my rent paid up for this month.
Okay. Right. Fine. Enjoy your moment. I'll have the paperwork ready for you when you're ready and finished with your emotional fulfillment.
Cool, thanks.
Hippies. Give me one more perceptive check.
I'm sorry?
Thorn.
Sorry, one more what?
Perception check. Her perceptive ability.
Yes.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay, that's a bit better.
The landlord has like a guitar pick that's very clearly yours, kind of just hanging out the front of his pocket.
Sorry, I got distracted by the. I totally heard you. I just got distracted by the map and noticed there's a gun on the table.
Oh,
A lot of guns on this map.
Just
Yeah.
I don't know whose apartment this is.
don't pay attention to that.
I got distracted because my first thought was I'm going to pick up the first heavy object and throw it at him. And the first thing I saw on the map was based on the fact that we are still in Thorne's apartment, what would be a heavy object she'd have just lying around? I can imagine just about anything, because I can imagine her just picking shit up and taking it home.
Mic stands are long objects that are very heavy at one end.
That sounds very appropriate. Let's throw a mic stand.
Yeah. Doesn't take a whole lot. You chuck a mic stand and he barely ducks it.
No, you weren't supposed to duck. Hey, give that back.
He like panics and throws the pick on the ground and goes, "Get your garbage off my property."
Your property's garbage anyway. Why the hell would he want to take this? Whatever.
You having lived here for even a little bit, know he kind of very badly plays guitar like late at night. He doesn't really practice. He has learned like 2 chords and is just playing the 2 chords.
He's the Wonderwall at a party kind of guy.
If he is the 30
He's working there.
He's 30% of Wonderwall at a party. Oh. Thank you.
Don't worry about it.
So, the pick is the pick is left for you, and the apartment is in trash bags. So, when you arrive at your new abode, it is larger, as it previously stated, but opening up, you realize it is about 7 rooms. It is fully furnished already. There are couches, tables, a kitchen, washer and dryer for you. There appears to be a fridge that is stocked with food. There is a bedroom. There are no guns.
Absolutely not.
There is a full-fledged like PC setup and everything. It has the AFC logo on it. And there is a piece of paper handwritten by Teresa congratulating you on the new abode.
Holy shit. Well, this is awesome. I guess I won't need the sleeping bag anymore.
Damn it.
Jeez, so this place is huge.
Wow. What would you even put in this much space?
I don't know.
The stuff that is already here.
Why would you
Jeez.
possibly need this much?
Guess your place isn't as big as this one either, Xellen?
No, mine's a room and another room.
Just a sort of bedroom, bathroom kind of situation. You got a loft or something, or...
Yeah, there's the large room where I work, and then there's the other room.
Where I do
Oh,
not
you got another job?
No, my personal work. I create art.
Oh my god, do you have any pictures?
No,
Rami.
You're gonna have to go and take some pictures, or invite me over, girl. I need to see.
Okay.
Awesome.
You let me listen to your music. It's only fair.
Yeah, I got a SoundCloud if you want it.
You do?
Woundcloud.
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 Woundcloud. Check out my Woundcloud.
Where the crowd gets wound.
I should mention, if you guys do look on YouTube, there is like promos for ASC reclamations and stuff. Teresa filmed them herself.
Oh, that's pretty cute.
Modify as well.
They have VHS artifacts despite being filmed on the phone. They just appeared.
She added them in
Aesthetic
digitally afterwards.
Very easy.
Yeah.
WH.
Okay, sorry. Let's take away for the moment. But yeah. Art, sharing. A friendship is born.
Honestly.
I love it. Oh, man.
Well, Victoria just lets all of the garbage bags that she's holding fall from her arms. Moved in.
Xellen begins.
Pictured them just
kind of-
ripping at the bottom.
Xellen like tied like, you know, a bag to another bag repeatedly, and then just kind of walked T-posing with the bags hanging over her arms.
So good.
So wide.
So dominant. Oh man. So as the as Victoria moves in, Daisy gets to work on planting her steel seed. The hour draws late in the day, in harbor. The incredibly ironic tugboat sound goes off around the city. Nobody knows where it comes from, despite there being no water in harbor, save for a lake where there are no boats allowed.
Explicitly banned.
This is not a harbor town. It is a port town, but there's no water. As the hours while away, our three heroes find themselves, well, looking towards tomorrow, as they find themselves in a new situation at work, either be it a whole new job or a whole new way to look at their job. And we will find out what happens on this journey next time.
Yeah.
Well,
Good job,
Yay!
everybody.
I had a line.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. If you were gracious enough to sit and listen to this, I hope you found something precious. Thank you, and have a nice night. Yay!
Yay!
You got
Yay.